So it's Wednesday night. This arrived in the post today. Very excited about this. It's a G4 doorbell. Bought it from Unifi Europe. So I suppose it has a European power supply. Knife's a bit blunt. There we go. So, as one of my friends said, goodbye to all my privacy. No, much less than a ring. Oops. Yeah, G4 doorbell, and that's the size of it. Bigger than I expected. What can I compare it to? This is a Samsung A51. This is a IKEA 3-in-1 power supply. This is an old school Microsoft IntelliMouse, about the same size as that. A bit narrower than the mouse. Yeah, same sort of height. No, much smaller than the mouse. Okay, anyway, it's quite big. I think it's smaller than the ring, which I've seen my neighbours have. But anyway, going fully Unifi Protect. So what's in here? This is some sort of bracket with a spirit level. Oh yeah, that's the bracket for the back of this. Yes, fits like that. You obviously screw that to the door somehow. Let's find the instructions. Hooks on. But anyway, let's see what the instructions say. Oh, it's an angle. I'll have it like that. Some screws. And this is for a doorbell seams. Some spade connectors and some plugs, whatever they are. Gotta look that up. More plugs go into this device. Looks like a sort of Wi-Fi or Bluetooth device or receiver sender. Anyway, I'm sure the instructions will show me. Hey, look at this. I wasn't expecting that. Breaker. No, it's power supply. Looks like a breaker for my consumer unit. Let's see, power in, power out. So 230 volts in, 16 volts out. So it appears. Instructions, perhaps I better read those. And that's it. Empty boxes. Yes, I think I better read the instructions for this, which is on this QR code, I suppose. Scan here to get started. I wonder what this does. Where do I put this? Where's the mains? Five and six, these two. This obviously screws to the wall somehow. There's a chunky looking power supply. Okay, I will report back when I install it. Surely. Thanks for watching.
and they hit them out in 2026. However, inside the US, they've been available for the last 12 months. So what's taking the quite so long? Nonetheless, in this video today, we're going to take a look at the doorbell, how to install it, what the settings are, what the features are, and how to install it with a chime. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the like if you found this video useful, and even drop me some comments if you want to as well. The links to all the products are in the description below, so feel free to check them out. And if you have installed your doorbell another way, for example with a wireless chime or digital chime, the one main thing that took me towards the doorbell, other than being very heavily invested in the Unifi products, is the fact that there's no subscription fee. Goodbye ring, no more doorbell subscription. Anyway, I won't go on too much longer. Let's jump straight into it. Alright, let's start by having a look at the Honeywell chime. So we can have a quick look on the back here. This can be used by batteries or power. So we'll just have a look at what comes inside the box quickly. So in here you can see we've got our connections in here. So 860 volt, 15 watt max, and 6 volts. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 connections here. We will have a look at the Unifi doorbell first to see what connections we require. If you don't want to power it by the mains, you can actually add 4 batteries just here. So let's put this to one side quickly, and then we will have a look at the doorbell itself. So the doorbell, let's just take this off, and then we take it up on the sides. There we go, that's the doorbell. So if we take this out first, you can see the camera up here, just a quick push button, you've got the speaker down here. It looks like the IR sensor down here. If we flip this over, you can see at the back we've got a reset button. I'm not quite sure what that button does, and then you've probably got your connections for your power. So also inside this, we take this off. So this is the level that comes with it. So you can place this on the wall. If this is the wall, for example, you can place this on the wall just here, get that at the right level, make sure your doorbell is straight. So that's quite useful to have. So you pop that to the side. It just tells you about the doorbell, and if you want to get started, that QR code, and it will take you to a link. Inside here, we have, it looks like wall mount, wall plugs and screws. It has a SIM card removal tool. We'll have to see what we want to use that for, and some tape if you want to stick it somewhere. It also has an adapter if you want to have it off the side of the wall. So if you want to have it at an angle, it comes with one of these. So that's quite useful. So further deeper inside the box, it looks like there's some power cables in here. So we'll figure out what to do with these very shortly. So my assumption is this is for the chime, so plug into there, and this one is going to there, I think, plug into there. But we'll have a look at these shortly and how to put it all together. Inside the EU version, I don't think this comes inside the US one, is a transformer, which is what we need. So we need to convert 240 volt power to 24 volt or 16 volt in this case. 230 volt to 16 volt in this case. Okay, and I think that's everything that comes inside. So there's nothing else to it. So I guess let's quickly look into how we start piecing this together. So before we start this part, I want to very explicitly say that I am nowhere near a qualified electrician. This is just purely for demonstration purposes to show you how to put this together. So firstly, the first thing I want to show you is the transformer. So I've already plugged this bit in. So we have the 2 bits at the top, which you can see is the 16 volt to 2 connectors, and we have 2 connectors at the bottom, which you can see is the 230. So I plugged in my live and neutral already, so that's ready to go. So that's already plugged into the mains. Obviously, it is powered off at the moment. Before you try anything like this, do make sure you turn off the power. So the first thing we're going to do here is plug a ground and 24 volt and ground into here. It's 16 volt in this case, but again, my cabling standards aren't coming off the cable is conforming to any specific standards. So if you are attempting to install this, please follow the guidelines. And just before I start that, I want to show you the back of here. So we want to show you these just here. So these something that you can connect up with your Chime, and also this is something that you can connect up with your doorbell. So I'll quickly show you these. This one just here goes just here like this. And I'm going to quickly screw this in, and then we do the same with the other one. Okay, so they're now in. So we can just connect our, there's little hole at the end, we can connect our cable just by pressing that down. So as I said before, we take one and we plug this one into here. So if I show you, we pop that in here, and then we're going to screw this in. Okay, make sure when you cable, make sure it's tight. And then while we're doing this, we'll do the same with the one as well. So we pop that in here. So trying to do this looking through the camera lens is very different. Okay, so now we have that connected up. So we're going to take our blue one. So we're going to connect up to our doorbell. I haven't seen this actually be in any specific order. So I'm going to pop that line and go into here. Okay, so you can see that's gone in. Yeah, there's a bit of a closed cable again. This is just for demonstration purposes. And then what we actually want to do is we want to grab another cable, and we're going to go from here into one of these. So let's just this way. Okay, that's one in. And then we're going to take our blue one that we have here, and we're going to plug it into that one here. So you can almost see, if I show you this, okay, you can almost see it goes to here and then from here into here and then back down to here. So then what you want to do is take one and pop one in here. And then we'll take another one and pop that one in here. And there you go, that's all connected up. So now if I flip this over and if I just give a bit of power, you can see my doorbell is now turning on. Now, so I have actually configured this already in my Unifi system, but I'm just going to quickly show you that the doorbell works, and then I'm going to go and take you through the setup on how to do it. Okay, there we go, that's now set up. So if I now press this, you can hear the doorbell go off. There we go, so that's now working. To get this set up initially, you need to use your phone, so let's have a quick look at how you run through the setup itself. Okay, so just getting, so just waiting for it, I don't know if it's going out, but it's actually the doorbell's just starting up, so it's waiting for it to start up. There we go, so now you can see automatically it's found a new device, so we can just click add. And then it's going to connect to it via Bluetooth. This is similar to the G3 Instant in terms of how to set this up. You go through the standard setup. So just going to get this set up. Interestingly, it's not found the SSIDs. Normally, the last time I had to get the fix, let's just quickly run through that again. So add doorbell, it's going to connect to it via Bluetooth. There we go. So if I just join that network, it's going to type in my password. Here we go. Now it's connecting to the network. Go again, a similar sort of sound to the G3 Instant and the Unifi access. Let's give it a name. It says, do you have a Chime box? And I'll say yes, install the Chime box. It says, are you sure you want to install the Chime box settings? So we'll click yes, install, so enable that. We do have the Chime box enabled. You can add the alert, and there we go. And there we go, that is the doorbell set up and working. So now we're into our UDM Pro. Let's jump straight into Protect. And inside here, it's your normal Protect interface, how you'd expect to see it. So on the left-hand side, you have cameras, and you can see I have the front door here. So if we go into it, let's have a quick look at the settings that are available. So here is, you can click on the play button, and you would get a live image of what's happening on your doorbell right now. You can have a custom message, so you can leave it to say, leave package at door, do not disturb, whatever you want to have on there. So you can have that. So you can update, you can have that and update the message and click display, and that will then go off and display it. So you'll see that on your screen right now. Then you come back and we have a look at the overview. So it gives you a quick idea of what's going on with your doorbell, the connection, the uptime, the last motion, etc., what version it's running, etc., etc. We move into general. This is where you can give it another name. So if you gave it something earlier throughout the app and you want to give it something different, you can update it here. We have the microphone status here. We want status sounds on and status light on, and you can adjust the picture quality. So let's just apply the changes there. Click the overview, and within here, within the image itself, you can choose what you want to display. You can have the time, date, logo, bitrate, whatever you want to have on there. When it comes to recording, there are a few settings. So when to record, you can choose always. So you can actually have it as a CCTV camera, which is always constantly recording. Motion event.